Yeah, this is Dave and Jim again with the Woodpecker Chronicles here. We just get into woodpecker country down here in northern Maine. I think this might be in Penobscot County, ain't it, Dad?
Yeah, Penobscot. An extension of the Benedicta Road.
We'd like to extend our deepest gratitude to all of our supporters, as we had technical difficulties. It appears you can't do too much video with 8 gigapixels left on your phone.
You might get a higher class one next time around.
Yeah, we gave it to our team of NASA programmers, and we're back online again.
Yeah.
So, we're looking for a woodpecker down here. We got a few trees here. Trees are good for woodpeckers.
Our chronicle's not filled up very well with wildlife sightings.
No, the old wildlife kind of low on the giga monitor.
2 cow moose and 3 partridge, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of one of the old campfire stories that I got one time when I was going to play a poker game up on the White Mountains. You ever want to hear my campfire story?
Sure.
Okay. Well, it appears a long time ago. Long time ago.
Was there any snow?
No, not yet, but it was about this time of year. Just getting ready to snow. Spitting snow today. Well, one of the local kids, Drowsy, a direct descendants of Snow White's Sleepy, went hunting out in the Maine woods. And lo and behold, he fell asleep. Well, next thing you know, he woke up feeling pretty good. He felt pretty good, but then he remembered he didn't have a compass, and it was starting to get dark. And geez, I don't remember where I came in and where I got out. So he started walking. He said, "I better start walking." All of a sudden, he seen a fire over in the pucker brush by a meadow over there, and he crept up real slow, and all of a sudden he looked in, and he saw the girl from Devil's Gulch with the nightgown on. Anybody there's a woman in a Devil's Gulch, she's got a white wedding dress on. And if you don't stop and pick her up when the moon is right, if she comes out and hitchhikes, you're going to have big problems going through that Devil's Gulch. So she was there, and also the hook man was there. Yeah, in between Lost Spirits and the Katahdin region. The hook man lives in behind Shim Pond, in between Saboas and Shimbrook Falls. So the boy, being pretty cold, tired, you could see they had tea on there. So he finally said, "Well, I'll go ahead and ask him if I can stay overnight." Although he was real scared, so he went in there. They said they hadn't seen, these are the lost spirits, they hadn't seen anybody talk to him for years, thousands of years. And so they said, the lady said, "Let us talk about it. We'll give you an answer." Then he heard the hook man say, let me chop me up. I got him up with a hook and we'll throw him in the porridge.
Come in, some of the spiders, sent the spider to the fly.
Anyways, they went off and talked about it, and he heard her. She said, "He reminds me of that Hansel kid. Oh, he was good eating." And So finally they came back and they said, all right, we'll tell you what. We'll give you some tea and you can stay overnight as long as you don't try to look down the Devil Gulch's lady dress. So he said, okay. All of a sudden, he fell asleep again. And then he woke up. Sure enough, he was in the porch. Yeah, he woke up.
Where was he?
Somewhere in the Maine woods.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So then finally he started talking to him. He said, please don't do it. He said, I can help you guys get out of here. He said, how did you become the spirit of the Devil's Gulch? She said, well, I was the princess of the Aglobian Empire, but I got
Algonquin?
Yeah, I got disbanded because I fell in love with Pomola. I love the way he blew smoke rings. Then the hook man said, well, he goes, I was a lieutenant for Colonel Ashburn. He goes, when we got off the horses over by Chandler Lake, I slapped Colonel Ashburn in the ass, and they cut my hand off and banished me to the Maine woods. And he said, and the kid said, well, then you're not bad people. And they said, no, we're not bad people, but nobody likes us, so anyways, to make a long story short,
and it is a long story.
He said, I'll come back and visit you every year about this time if you don't eat me up. And he said, finally they said, all right, we'll let you go. As long as you don't tell Blue Skyback. He said, all right, I won't tell. Sure enough, and they said, we'll even show you where to go home. So they dropped him off out behind Rolly Asher's house down behind the Millbrook, and he went into Rolly's. Rolly gave him a place to sleep before he could go home. That's the end of the story.
That's a long.
Is that a good one to add?
That's
you remember that?
Fairy tale. Because real life wouldn't be that giving to different people.
Well,
it's a fairy tale.
I heard it in the White Mountains, the White Lie Mountains.
Yeah.
Somewhere right around here.
Within sight of the White Mountains, about 150 miles away.
Oh, I just heard a bird.
You saw a bird?
I heard a bird.
Stop everything.
She might be right up over this way. She won't show up on video, will she, if she comes out and hitchhikes?
I hope
We ain't got no room on here.
well, we'll have to make room. There's a lost farm.
Yeah, all the potatoes are gone.
The last farm of Malunkas.
Yeah.
I gotta take a piss.
All right, Dad. We'll put this on pause while you do.
Down here.
Yeah.
Does that do anything?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna fuck with that.
You don't remember the story you had this morning?
No, I don't. I've got to think. This is too soon. I can remember 150 years ago, but I can't remember 5 minutes ago. Well, I talked to Anna.
Yeah?
Tried to fill in some more of the family.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it, I'm sure it didn't get to her.
Family.
That fucking thing don't sell, don't do it. Some of the things I said to her has received. She has received.
Yeah.
I can't live with that fucking thing. I can live with it, but it doesn't do me any.
Not a real good messaging system, right?
No, well, yeah, it's the best. That's all it's good for. But that doesn't work only when it wants to.
Oh, we got a tower up there.
You see cow moose?
Oh, we got a tower.
Where's the tower?
Right up there.
There ain't no hills up here high enough for a tower.
Oh, they put them in anyways.
5G?
I have no idea, Dad. That's probably the radio station. The religious Benedictine radio station, yeah. Oh, there's our river. We gotta go back to the river.
Gate's open today,
The gate's open?
but you got to get past the interstate to get anywhere.
I'll go back. I'll go over to the river, Dad.
There ain't no river.
Right over there.
Oh, that's going to Meluncas Lake.
I guess so.
How much water is there? This is a long way down. Yeah, it's a pretty good bunch of water. Where's it coming from, I wonder?
I don't know. You're gonna have to be the cameraman. I gotta go throw my tobacco in.
Alright. Well, I can't turn around to my back.
No, you want me to back up?
My neck is... What the fuck you think I am? Ah. There we go. Oh, I can see from here. You can go find your way down there.
All right, Dad. This is pretty serious stuff. I'll take my Woody call pipe.
Yeah.
Recovery, your building project partner.
Hi, I'm Avina. I'm 7 years old and I'm blind. I love gymnastics, piano, public speaking, and riding on a tour bike with my dad. You can help me live the life I want.
Help Ravina and other blind people by making a tax-deductible donation of your used car, truck, or almost anything with wheels to the National Federation of the Blind. Your donation will help ensure a brighter future for blind children and adults. Just call 855-659-9314. That's 855-659-9314. Or visit carshelpingtheblind.org. That's carshelpingtheblind.org. We will arrange to have the donated vehicle picked up and provide you with a tax-deductible receipt. And if you know someone who is blind that can use our help, email nfb@nfb.org.
Blindness is not holding back at all. Donate today.
Coast to coast, overnights on the Voice of Maine.
Fox News, I'm Karen McHugh. Besides the White House, Senate Republicans are running the risk of losing their majority in the Senate. Republicans hold a 53-47 advantage in the Senate. They are also playing defense in 23 of the 35 Senate races. Democrats believe those present several opportunities to flip at least 4 of those seats and win back control of the upper chamber. Fox's Jared Halpern. President Trump trails Joe Biden by 8 points nationally in the latest Fox News poll. Once again, Great Britain's getting serious about stopping the spread of COVID-19.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced a new month-long lockdown for England after being warned that hospitals would be overwhelmed with the recent spike in cases.
Unless we act, we could see deaths in this country running at several thousand a day.
If Parliament approves, the new shutdown will start Thursday and last until December 2nd.
Fox's Mary Corsetti. America is listening to Fox News.
Here at 855-560-9900. The number again, 855-560-9900. And get a call. We're open for business, as we like to say. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I was reading from the 10 tips for a successful brake job from the folks at Goodyear Brakes, GoodyearBrakes.com. And, you know, I'm going through the list, and we're talking about safety first and lubricating pads and guide pens and, you know, how important it is to do some of the basics, secure the car up in the air and you know, make sure that, you know, the vehicle's safe to work on. And I had pointed out there was more information available at GoodyearBrakes.com and so on. Well, Scott Loomis was listening to the show. Scott's the operations manager for McDonald Broadcasting up in Lansing, WHZZ, WQHH, WILS, and a few other radio stations. And he said, hey, Ron, he wrote me an email. Hey, Ron, I heard you talking about this sort of thing on your show last weekend, and it's a story about, unfortunately, and I say this not for the dramatic effect, but because, you know, it's a concern. Up in Attica Township, Michigan, a Lapeer County man died several days after a pickup truck fell on him. About 4 p.m. on October 2nd, paramedics responded to a residence on Elk Lake Road in Attica Township for a truck that had fallen on the man. The man was identified. He was conscious and alert. Evidently, he was beneath the truck working on repairs when the vehicle slipped off the jack. It was not secured by jack stands. So, you know, listen, don't do that. All right? You know, when I sit there and I talk to you about doing brakes safely, Goodyear Brakes, right? We talk about that. And thanks for that information, Scott. I appreciate that. And thanks for carrying the show and being so supportive of the Car Doctor over the years. We appreciate that also. But, you know, don't be that person that says, nah, it's not going to happen to me. All right? It's just not going to happen because, you know what? Accidents don't have a scheduled time of when they're going to happen. Hence, that's why they're called, you ready for this? Accidents. You don't know when it's going to happen. Play it safe, play it smart. I'll tell you a quick story. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix this yet. So, you know, they changed my shoes at work. I'm now wearing On-Cloud sneakers, which are very comfortable, by the way. On-Cloud is not a sponsor. I don't think they know I'm alive. I don't think they know who I am. I don't care. They make a very comfortable sneaker. I was very happy with them. I started wearing my On-Clouds to work. Very comfortable. My feet don't get tired. My back doesn't hurt now. I'm starting to, you know, listen. It's the little things that count when you spend, you know, when you spend your day pounding concrete, you're walking around the shop all day, you know, you get tired. Here's the downside. No steel toe. You know, the top casing isn't really great and you know, protective. It is, but it isn't. You know how much a 14-inch pry bar weighs? I can tell you, because it fell on my foot the other day and almost decapitated my big toe. It left a real nice bruise mark and filled the sock with blood. So I have to think about, do I want to keep wearing my On-Clouds because the accident happened, all right? But I'm okay now, so, but you get my point, you know, it's an accident. Let me do a quick piece of email. Hey, Ron, I've got a 2006 Mercury Mountaineer V8. I had the spark plugs removed after all these years and one broke off. I know Ford had a problem with the plugs in 2006, actually 6, 7, and I think some of the early 8s and some of the older 5s, the 05s. I hesitated to replace them for years. There's a toolkit to remove this plug. I've been told it's the most reliable kit by my mechanic. He informed me when they don't come out. The tool from the kit is now broken off in the spark plug hole. You know, some people, if they didn't have bad luck, they'd have no luck. I'll read that line again. The tool from this kit broke off in the spark plug hole. Well, you know, I wouldn't want to be on an airplane with this guy. All right, you know, it's like with one parachute and 2 people. I now have a perfectly good working car. Well, not really, because it's got a broken spark plug in it and a tool. I was told it might cost $2,000 to remove the head and take the plug out. It's running. How can it be running? There's a spark plug missing. Let's start over. Hi, my name is Ron Ananian, and I think I'm a mechanic. The tool from this kit broke off in the spark plug hole. I now have a perfectly working car with a spark plug and a broken tool stuck in it. I was told it might cost $4,000, right? It's running, but I was told to get a new car. I just want my working car back. What do you think? Do you have any suggestions, Robin? Well, yeah, I think I know the kit that you're talking about here. My concern is how did it get stuck? All right, because the tools are pretty infallible if they're used correctly, unless something was forced. So the issue here is, you know, do you put $2,000 into an 06 Mercury? It's 14, 15 years old. Yeah, I think you do if the rest of the truck's in good shape, because as I pointed out, used vehicles right now are very, very expensive. And, you know, to try and resolve this by other means, the only thing you could try, you might want to do is, could you talk to the manufacturer of the tool, explain it to them, do they have any suggestions? You know, the issue isn't getting it out of the head. The issue, in my opinion, will be what damage has it done, because if it's in there stuck, what did it chew up? What did it damage? What did it change? Did it elongate? Did it reshape the spark plug hole? Is the hole, you know, so badly gouged up that you couldn't rethread it on the vehicle? And I'm sure it's one of the back plugs, because it's always the back cylinder head plugs, the ones you don't have direct access to, that get stuck or screwed up, the ones that are the hardest to get to. So I say talk to the tool manufacturer first. Talk to your mechanic second. There's going to be a fail-safe point where we try everything, last-ditch attempt, and then pull the head. Pull the head and send the head out and get the head fixed if the rest of the truck warrants it. But look very carefully. Rust on the brake lines, rust around the fuel filter area, rust on the exhaust system. You know, what sort of problems could this vehicle potentially have in the next 4 to 6 months? You know, how many miles are on it? You failed to say that in your email, Robin. But, you know, if it's got higher mileage on it, you know, you've always got to play the same game I give everybody. If the vehicle you're working on, you know, for whatever reason, 6 months from now, if the transmission failed, would you put a trans in the car? You know, if the answer to that is no, look at the trans fluid. If the trans fluid is black and beat up, if there's other problems with the vehicle, you're about to get married, you know, you may not want to do that. So just my 2 cents. I wish I had a better answer for you, but yeah, that's a tough hole to climb out of. 855-560-9900. Running the Car Doctor. We're back right after this.
101.3 Augusta, 103.9 Bangor, 95.1 Rockland, the voice of Maine. Ron Ananian, the Car Doctor, is brought to you in part by K-Seal. It pays to be prepared. Make sure to keep a bottle of K-Seal in your trunk so you can stop potential cooling system leaks. You can find K-Seal at fine parts stores like Napa Auto Parts. Check store website for hours and shipping information. And remember, don't just seal it, K-Seal it.
You've heard me talk about Motorrad as they lead the way with automotive thermostats and fuel, oil, and coolant caps. Now Motorrad is using their expertise and Tier 1 OEM facilities to also deliver advanced engine management solutions. Products like camshaft and crankshaft sensors, ignition coils, mass airflow sensors, and even variable valve timing solenoids. And all Motorrad aftermarket products are designed and manufactured to meet or exceed original equipment specifications. Learn more about Motorrad products and industry-leading application coverage at motorrad.com.
Repairing a coolant leak can be costly, and it typically happens to older vehicles that may not be worth the expensive fix. K-Seal is an alternative, a pour-in solution designed to stop leaks and help prevent future leaks. Older sealers use sodium silicate, which has a tendency to clog the system. K-Seal features ceramic technology that's designed to repair the leak without clogging. K-Seal is available nationwide at parts stores like Advance Auto Parts. Learn more at kseal.com. And remember, don't just seal it, K-Seal it.
There's a distinctive personal car for now, the 79 Futura, with tomorrow's look right now. Space efficiency for now, high mileage rating better now, and a sticker price that says, why wait?
The future isn't someday, it's now.
Futura at your Ford dealers.
Don't bust your knuckles, bust your nuts with PB Blaster, the #1 selling penetrant for breaking free rusted parts. Now Blaster introduces their revolutionary Pro Straw with control flow technology. It's a better way to spray. The Blaster Pro Straw features a clear flip-up straw and a volume adjuster to control the flow from a wide spray to a precision stream to just a drop. More precision, less mess, and no one else has it. The Blaster Pro Straw. Look for it on cans of PB Blaster and Multimax synthetic lubrication. Always use Blaster products and work it like a pro.
Hi, this is Sarah Gideon, and in the last few weeks, you've heard Susan Collins attack how we in the Maine legislature have responded to coronavirus. Let me be very clear. In Maine, we did our job, and I'm happy to compare our record with what Susan Collins has been a part of in Washington. In Maine, I helped bring Democrats and Republicans together to expand unemployment insurance, get schools the resources they need, and increase funding for testing. And I'm proud we have the lowest positivity rate in America. But in Washington, that's not what we've seen. Republicans and Democrats have failed to work together. And even as families, businesses, and first responders are desperate for help, Susan Collins has stood with Mitch McConnell, refusing to give Mainers the support they need. In Maine, we've done our job. In Washington, they've failed. In the Senate, I'll always put Maine first. That's why I approve this message. Paid for by Sarah Gideon for Maine.
I love fall. It's my favorite season.
Me too. And I love walking around France in the fall. All the pretty colors and patterns.
I'm confused. You would fly all the way to France every fall?
No, France Furniture. It's just a short drive to Route 90 in Warren.
Oh yeah, we got our bedroom sets and mattresses there. Customizable solid wood bed frames plus handmade mattresses, and they were totally affordable.
They're following CDC guidelines to keep everyone safe right now. And if you're not sure what you want or need, they do free consultations.
France Furniture, Route 90 in Warren. All in love with your home again.
As many as 20,000 adults in the Bangor area find reading difficult. Literacy Volunteers of Bangor offers help for adults who want to improve their reading or English speaking skills. Services are free, one-on-one, and based on your schedule. Most tutors and students meet once a week. Improve your literacy and change your life. Literacy Volunteers can help. Call 947-8451 or visit us on the web at lvbangor.org.
Service 855-560-9900. I was listening to the spots during the break, and the PB Blaster spot. Now we'll talk about it, but I want to take the differential out of the 2014 Ford Escape this week. And it's amazing how in just 7 short years, how rusty everything can get. Especially the vehicle came from Pittsburgh where you know, high salt content, lots of snow, traveling 78 in Route 80s, you know, all kinds of weather. And I couldn't help but think, and I said, I've got to talk about this a little bit because I don't know if everybody gets it, but PB Blaster redesigned their cans so that there is, they call it a Pro Straw, so the straw is always attached to the can, but then there's a flow valve. So there's a little tab in the back that you slide side to side, and it controls the flow. So you're not spraying wildly. You don't come out with your glasses all covered, you know, with PB Blaster. You know, you spray some drops on there. You can actually control it. It works very well. I mean, the product itself is unbelievable, but the flow control valve just makes it work. Oh my gosh, it's phenomenal. You just got to take a look at it. If you haven't yet, you just have to take a look at it. It's an absolute must. I want to do this real fix from Mitchell real quick because I thought this kind of hit the point home. By the way, more information at on their website at blastercorp.com. Mitchell.com. So you hear that PB Blaster and all their products, but the flow control valve, the nozzles, are just unbelievable. I want to do this real fix from Mitchell real quick, and it talks a little bit, it kind of hits the point about diagnosing against bad parts, because parts are just clearly an issue. And this particular real fix, sure track fix of the week from the folks at Mitchell1.com is all about a 2012 Honda Pilot. The battery warning light's on, the customer's complaining of the lights coming on and off. The alternator's been replaced once or twice before, and they don't seem to be getting anywhere. So the technician that worked on it went through a basic checklist. He went through and he looked at system voltage. He went through and measured wiring on specific pinouts at the connector at the back of the harness. Now understand, this generation Honda has an ELD, an electrical load detection system, that they actually turn the alternator off. They stop charging at certain conditions, usually at idle or under no load required condition. You know, the battery's at capacity, there's not a lot of electrical load on the system. They will play with turning the electrical load on and off, or I'm sorry, turning the alternator on and off, because the electrical load isn't as strenuous as it once was at that moment. So the alternator was replaced, but they were still getting a light on at the dashboard. And after some diagnosis, the repair shop decided, because it was erratic voltage coming out of the alternator, that the replacement alternator was bad. Hey, like that, a bad new part. How could that happen? They went out to their local O'Reilly Auto Parts they talked about, and they purchased an alternator from O'Reilly Auto Parts, put it on, and the problem solved. And yeah, why wouldn't it be, right? We know that O'Reilly Auto Parts